Hey guys, Tim and Kyle here with Dad Smoking Cigars.
We really hope you enjoy this newest episode of Fresh Review Friday.
So sit back, grab a cigar, and enjoy. What's going on, everybody? He's Kyle, I'm Cigar Show Tim, and we've got another Fresh Review Friday for you. This time, well, let's just say I was hit up by someone who will remain anonymous and asked if I would like to try something flavored in light of all of the FDA and all the nonsense, yes, that you have mentioned, yes. Appropriately so, about cigars and regulation and flavors and all the different things that are geared supposedly towards children.
But it does also beg the question, are all flavors made equal? Are they all
worth even trying? And so on this week's Fresh Review Friday, we are going to be trying the Don Rafa Cigars Sweet. Let's check it out.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Fresh or Not So Fresh Review Friday, depending on how you look at it.
Sweet Review Friday.
Sweet Review Friday in the Dad Smoking Cigars HQ, presented by Casa Cueva Cigars.
Although we're filming this on a Sunday, so it's Sweet Review Sunday.
No, it's Saturday. Are you losing? Tim's a bit ahead of his years, so he's already starting to lose certain pieces of memory.
It's the aroma in the air.
It's either the aroma or you could just blame it on the alcohol. Which, by the way, you want to take a nice close look. Well, I don't know how good of a look.
You'll get a screenshot of this up there also.
Absolutely. These are our new glasses that are going to be at the Pacific Cigar Show.
If you purchase a VIP experience pass,
yes,
this is included in your swag.
So, get your passes today. There's still plenty available. If you want to have the VIP experience, then definitely
get it
pick
quickly.
That up right now. So, Tim, let's
cheers to the Pacific Cigar Show.
To the Pacific Cigar Show and for the pain.
Yeah.
If you want to know what the pain's going to be, though I'm probably being a little bit melodramatic, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? As Tim stated in the intro, we are trying the Don Rafa Sweets selection. Now, I decided to play it safe, me being the mild-mannered person that I am and not very adventurous. As safe as possible. We'll see how safe it is once we get started. I chose the vanilla cognac.
And I wanted to up the sophistication, so I went with the apple martini.
Dirty.
Overly sweetened.
Yes, pretty much. So, I mean, it's obvious. I don't smoke flavored cigars much. I think
neither one of us do.
Neither one of us do, just because we don't really care to very much. And it's nothing against people who enjoy them, because there's actually some really excellent flavored and infused
cigars. But they are not
there.
our palates.
No, they're not our palates. I think the last flavored cigar I smoked was a absinthe infused, and that was the
oh yeah, we did have that.
The Alpha Cigar Company. I tried that. That was actually very good, but absinthe, I mean, that's alcohol. That's not super sweet cherry pie molasses dripping down your face. Sugar syrupy,
infusion.
You know. So anyways, but in that I think I had like a couple cigarillos that were vanilla flavored.
Yeah,
not
and
so long ago.
My very, very first cigar was a cherry wrapper flavored cigar given to me by my uncle. And so if there was a cherry flavor offering from this line, I probably would have taken it just to walk down memory lane and then probably wanted to wish that the memory was just saved as a memory.
And
not revisited.
Way in the back,
yes.
And yeah, all that stuff. Now, we're having these flavored cigars to kind of jump into the whole debate on banning flavored cigars, because as many of you know, among the cigar community, everyone on Capitol Hill is losing their collective minds in the effort to try and keep our youth tobacco free, which, by the way, we not against.
Completely agree with.
We completely agree with keeping our youth tobacco free. The problem And I'm going to try and not fry a circuit up here as I try to explain something that should be completely common sense, but for whatever reason, our government can't seem to get it together.
Premium tobacco for cigars
Is
not
the
targeted
same. And
not the same as tobacco in cigarettes, as the nicotine and flavorings in the vape.
Yes.
And all of those different things. Premium cigars, as it was even decided within the last week, are set apart and not lumped in and are separated. Now, there's a whole lot of other political legislation going on right now that we won't get into the details of, because we're going to endure these cigars.
And we're going to see if they're, we may be somewhat pleasantly surprised. Now, I will say this.
If they're worth their weight in infusion.
They have to be better
than the dirt sticks. And
so
if they're not, we're really in trouble.
Keep that in mind, and maybe it'll ease the
pain.
Ease the pain, and make
his pain. So, as always, we cut and light all of our accessories with Vertigo Lotus products. Kyle's actually using the punch on the bottom of the Commander lighter.
These cigars are quote-unquote well-aged. They've been sitting for quite a while. Got a couple of little flaws here in the construction. Admittedly, the cap of mine is a little bit cracked.
Oh, dear God.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid. Hold on.
The touch of the tongue.
I'm sorry. I'm totally going to spit on your fork.
That's why the HQ's in the garage. So
I got a mouthful of filler just to be sure.
But let's see if the aroma is actually not too bad, though.
Gosh dang it!
Because I like my apple martinis not shaken or stirred, but infused.
Yeah, you need to stop talking.
I'm gonna toast the foot right now. I'm gonna toast the foot.
I'm gonna light you on fire.
Light it up, toast it now.
I'm gonna light you on fire.
One infused cigar on the wall. Oh, wow, the smell of
that. Okay. Not god-awful. But again, I kind of went the safe route.
Oh, dear God. The sweetness around the shoulder at the cap.
So much worse than the actual aroma of the smoke, or the flavor of the smoke.
I've never wanted to taste the taste of a cigar so badly.
You have a sugary apple martini masquerading as a cigar.
Wow, that's sweet. Appropriately named Don Rafa Sweets.
So it's not just a clever name. Mine, admittedly, is not too bad. Now, I'm not. That's not at all to say that though.
He's enjoying it.
Excellent.
99 out of 100.
It's bearable. It's tolerable. Let's just put it that way. Because again, I mean, I've told this story before. I started out on flavored cigars, much like Tim, except I actually had a legit cigar.
I don't know if mine was legit or not. It just had a cherry wrapper on it. So.
Yeah, no, I actually had a brand called Kojimar, which, interestingly enough, is now a brand. I think that
Cigar Mechanic Brokerage
Mechanic Brokerage has now, which I thought was kind of cool, kind of full circle, so to speak. So I might get to try those again in the very near future. But I had a Kojimar Vanilla or Kojimar Blue Moon. I think that's what it was. But this is back in 2003. I was 19 years old, and that was the first cigar I ever tried because I wanted to ease myself into it in case I didn't like it.
Praise God, you didn't ease yourself in with something else.
Yeah, I don't even know what. Well, it was my dad, so I knew he wasn't going to try and get me to. He was like, "Hey, son, let's go to the gas station and pick you up some Phillies." Or something like that.
Steve Ryder, that's just for you.
Steve Ryder, Aaron Aiken, we're talking about
Philly Titans.
Yes, exactly. So I actually had a legit hand-rolled cigar with premium tobacco. It was just infused with vanilla.
I don't know.
This is nothing like that.
No.
In that, I remember what it was like, and it was the vanilla.
Try not to put my lips on it.
It was sugar.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm getting. This actually reminds me of pipe tobacco. After it's been smoked.
The aroma, yes.
The aroma after it's been smoked, because one of my good friends I used to spend a lot of time at his house, my friend Terry, his dad was a pipe smoker. I couldn't tell you what pipe tobacco he used because I was a kid. But I always would walk into that house and it would smell like sweet pipe tobacco, and I love that smell. And I'm pretty sure that's what kind of stimulated my interest in tobacco, cigars, all that stuff. But this is I'm almost.
Interesting
I
new
should have
territory.
dipped it in this first
There you go.
to see if that would have done anything to it.
Well, we've cut, we've lit, and we'll come back to you. Well, I guess the next time we feel like we've been through enough of the cigar.
We'll see if we didn't get past the first third and can continue on.
Yes. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back about halfway through these Don Rafa suites, and it has been an interesting experience. I don't want to over dramatize it. I don't want to do all that because
we were kind of
we wanted to have fun with it, but we also
dorks.
wanted to be real because we want to be real.
real.
But at the end of the
Keep it
day,
real.
we know that there is a huge demand in the industry for flavor infused cigars.
Oh yeah, it's a huge seller out there, especially when it comes to online.
Oh yeah, and so we wanted to cover these. One, again, they were sent to us anonymously, but we wanted, since you know that we enjoy boutique cigars, we enjoy non-infused boutique cigars, but we wanted to try it out just because of what's been going on with legislation and different things with the FDA recently and all that kind of stuff, and just have a fun video. So I would love to give you flavor notes, but there really aren't a whole lot other
That's
than
kind of a faux pas, really,
than
because
pure sweetness.
they're flavored cigars. Any diversity or complexity within the tobacco used is completely masked by
the infusion.
Yes, by the infusion of flavor. The sweetness continue to staying on the tongue and the lips from the cap rather. I will say the aroma from Tim's cigar actually is still pretty
Quite pleasant.
Mine, I don't know what it is because the flavor stays great in terms of like the vanilla and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But the smoke and the aroma from the smoke is actually kind of rancid.
Yeah, it's very off-putting.
Very off-putting and ashy and kind of like, yeah, that smelled a little better, but it's still not great. So, but yeah, no, it's not gonna get very deep here, guys. There's a very nice smoke ring, Tim. Very nice smoke ring. But
at least there's good smoke output.
The smoke output is actually really good. It burns like a
It is
mother.
going non-stop, but with all the oils and everything that they infuse it with,
Oh
that's
yeah,
no
everything
surprise.
thrown in. It's not really a shocker there, just because it says burn, baby, burn.
So I can say that the apple martini one is very, very, very sweet, and I don't taste apple at all, to be completely honest with you.
I think
but there is sort of a vodka martini kind of hint of a tang flavor to it, but there is not any kind of an apple flavor, apple note at all. There is sweetness and that sort of vodka martini tang, and that's really about it. Other than the aroma, like Kyle said a second ago, is actually really pleasing. But I mentioned it to Kyle that I feel like we're sitting around smoking with near octogenarians who have grown up smoking cigarettes and Swisher Sweets and Black and Milds
menthols
and all of that, because the aroma in the air is like you walked into a good old boys club at a retirement home.
It makes me think about that meme I saw about that guy at the party, and it was like, "Hey man, you want to try a Cuban cigar?" You're like, "Nah man, I'm good. I got my wine tip Black and Mild."
Yeah, right. There you go.
But yes, Tim's martini is a little flat in terms of the martini. It's just kind of a sweet little appley tang, and he tried his best, Sean Connery, just a minute ago.
I'll spare you from the
I like my
patheticness.
I like my martini shaken, not infused. My cigars infused, not shaken. I don't know what he said. I can't even remember.
Not worth
repeating.
Not
worth repeating.
Remembering
really.
verbatim.
Because it was that insignificant.
Pretty much.
So, overall pleasant experience. I mean, having an infused cigar or a flavored cigar every now and then, I don't think is definitely isn't a bad thing. As I've stated many times, having a flavored or infused cigar is a very nice way to step into the world of cigars. And we've had numerous friends, some who are now seasoned cigar smokers, some who are kind of just getting into it.
Started with flavoreds.
Started with the flavoreds. I mean, Tim and I started with that. Our good friend Eva Eris, she did the same thing, with some flavored and infused Black and Milds and stuff like that. Of course, we brought her over to the dark side.
The good side.
The good side.
Our opinion.
Yes, exactly. So, no, they're a good way to break in. Some are great, some are not so great. Some the companies do a really great job of infusing the flavors. I don't even know what the process is, but I would imagine it's a fairly difficult one.
I have no clue.
Then again, maybe it's a really easy one, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Which
well,
I
know that
don't.
when Louis Cuevas was here, that his wife Denise would infuse her own and put a little glass of like vanilla extract into the humidor, and it would absorb the flavors of the vanilla into it.
Little, what was it? It was a plastic humidor.
Yes, it was a plastic one.
Yeah.
And she would just have a little thing of vanilla extract in it, and it would
just
flavor infuse,
settle in
her cigars,
which I'm sure is probably the way to go. But yeah, overall, fairly pleasant experience. Won't be doing it again anytime really soon, if I'm being 100% honest. If you enjoy infused and flavored cigars,
good for you.
Good on you. But yeah, not really our thing, and I think we're good for a while, forever maybe, for all eternity.
So we wanted to do this, guys. We're not going to give you first, second, final, third, final scores. We wanted to do something fun.
Something fun.
Sort of spotlight what's going on, like I said, with FDA and legislation, but also just have some fun with some infused cigars because they are not how we usually are.
On a personal note, though, kids aren't going to get their hands on these. I can almost guarantee it. Now, when it comes to cigarettes and vape, it's a lot easier for them to try and get their hands on it. But when it comes to actual hand-rolled or even machine-rolled cigars that are infused and stuff like that are sold usually in a cigar shop or online, it is going to be incredibly difficult for them to get their hands on these types of cigars. And let's face it,
they're not going to look for anything that is a cigar.
No, they're not. Kids don't have the patience to actually sit and smoke a cigar. They're going to want something short and, well, literally sweet. So that way they can enjoy it on the quick without getting caught by their parents or anybody else who might not really care for what they're doing.
Yep.
But not these. These, I don't know how these get lumped into that category. They think because it's flavored, oh, kids are going to want the flavored stuff. Not this. I can guarantee you 99.999% that they're not going to get their hands on premium cigars that happen to be flavored. It's just not realistic. It's not something that happens.
Yeah, but there are some flavors, and I understand their justification for it, because there are some flavors that are, strawberry cake and, pina colada and this and watermelon and other things like that. So I understand their reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
But I don't picture any 13, 14, 15, 16, now up through 20-year-olds walking into a gas station and going, yeah, that watermelon cigar, that's what I want. Especially looking and going, oh, apple martini. Yeah, my mommy drinks those, and I think I want to try that. I don't picture it happening, but I can understand the justification. Now, granted, they're not coming out with, Cocoa Krispies and Captain Crunch.
I might actually try a Cocoa Crispy cigar.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Well, your United Maduro is sort of like your chocolate
United Maduro is a nice
anyway,
chocolatey dessert stick. So if you if they were to come out with a Cocoa Pebbles or Cocoa Krispies or Cocoa Puff type cigar, then yeah, I'd be down.
Very tempting. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. Again, we have had the Don Rafa Sweets. I had the apple martini. Kyle had the vanilla cognac, and yeah, it is what it is. So that's going to wrap it up. He's Kyle. I'm Cigar Show Tim. As always, we'll see you.
And now your latest installment of Son of a Dad Messed Up Again.
That reminds me of something. I don't even know.
So sweet.
How sweet. Oh!
Oh my gosh!
I honestly, literally almost gagged.
I don't know if I'm going to get through this.
I chose the safe one. You decided to go into the deep end.
Apple martini.
Oh, God. I don't even know if I'm able to get this footband off. I guess I'm smoking the footband.
Maybe it'll
enhance
dull
it.
down the sweetness. Oh, mine slid right off.
Oh, this is going to be
Look how oily it is, though, from all the flavor infusion.
This is going to be fun.
And that wraps it up for this edition of Mother Dad Messed Up Again. Hey guys, thank you again for tuning into Dad Smoking Cigars. We really hope you enjoyed this episode.
Don't forget to check out dadsmokingcigars.com. Follow us on Instagram at dads_smoking_cigars and follow at Pacific Cigar Show. We'll see ya.